Hey guys, it's your boy Jay Kabata back here with another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the market crash coming in 2021 and if you should invest or if you should wait until the crash to start investing in the stock market. Now, as a lot of you guys know, there's been a lot of talks about a potential market crash happening in 2021. The reason for this is because a lot of people think that we're actually due for a market crash, that yes, one did happen in March, but a lot of people were expecting it to happen a lot longer and a lot harder. So because this is a hot topic right now, I think it's important that we cover what you need to do if a market crash happens. Let's get into why people think that a market crash is going to happen. So one of the major reasons of why people think that a market crash is going to happen is going to be due to the pandemic. So there's a lot of things that are going on right now and that maybe a lot of people don't necessarily believe that it's going to get better. We do have good things happening at this moment that are leading us to believe that a lot of good things are going to happen and that this is going to go away. But there's honestly no telling how much longer we're going to be in this situation and exactly what needs to get done for us to move on. Another major reason is that our economy has actually gotten worse and not gotten better. Although stocks continue to go up, many people are actually surprised because they did not know that the economy doesn't necessarily reflect the stock market. Till this day, there are still many companies that are continuing to lay off people as they start to figure out that they don't have enough money to pay them and that they're actually taking a loss in their earnings. If you just go into a quick Google search, you can see that this is still a continuous problem. So just because the market is going up right now does not mean that many people are going back to work, and that is a huge factor of why people think that the stock market could crash. Another major reason on why people believe that the stock market is going to crash right now is due to emotional investors. So as you guys have seen with that GameStop stuff and AMC stuff, a lot of that was built up because of emotions. What I mean by that is that it's just people investing in those companies due to something that they're reading or due to something that they learned about. It has nothing to do with those investors actually believing that this company is going to succeed over time and continue to grow. So those investments were just based off of emotions. Now, while it did affect those companies and those investors in a good way, this can also affect the stock market in a negative way. Just think if those emotional investors started to pull out their money because they were scared that a crash is coming. This is a huge thing and people need to understand this, that this is actually a major point that a lot of people are talking about. If someone just gets scared and they start to scare up a whole bunch of people, now all those emotional investors are just going to pull out their money and it will affect the whole stock market. Those are just some simple reasons of why the stock market could crash and of what the investing community have been talking about. Now we're going to get into if you should invest now or if you should wait for the stock market crash to happen. So the question is, should you invest now or should you wait for a stock market crash to happen? You guys already know how I feel about this due to my previous videos, but I'm going to go ahead and give you guys some sources. The Motley Fool is an investment website that many investors use, and the Motley Fool is stating that if you invest long term, a stock market crash won't affect you because you will outlive what that crash did to you. I'm going to leave this article linked down below in the description. I definitely think that you guys need to read this so that you can determine if you want to invest now. But basically what the article breaks down is the crash that happened in March. Those investors that invested from January, February, right before the crash happened in March, if they just left their money in there and they didn't invest anything else, they would actually be up right now. So that means if you invested your money in January and February, you saw the crash happen in March and you just waited, you didn't invest anything, you would actually be up right now. That's not even including one of the things that I always preach the most. If you invested consistently every 2 weeks, you would have even been more up because you were buying at those low points during that market crash. Guys, the answer is to keep investing. You need to understand that. Don't try to time the market. Someone in November actually told me to stop investing because the market was pretty high. And in November, the market was very high. I agree with that. But I kept investing, and from November till now, I made about $6,000 to $7,000. I don't know the approximate amount of money that helped me make that much more by me continuing to invest. But my point is, had I stopped investing in November, I would definitely have less gains because pretty much every single stock that I picked from November went up. I could tell you that the market is going to crash in the next 6 months, and you can listen to a lot of people who are going to say the same thing. But at the end of the day, no one really knows, and it's going to be a missed opportunity if you don't invest now. We could see all-time new highs in these next 6 months to the year, but just because you're scared and just because you listen to something on the news and you didn't invest, you're going to miss out on that opportunity. As I was talking about earlier, as the article was saying, as long as you're investing for a long time, you will outlive those crashes no matter what. My investment strategy hasn't changed in 2021, even with all these talks of a potential market crash. I'm going to keep investing every 2 weeks, and I'm actually going to add more if the market does crash. That's going to be all for today's video, guys. I know it was a short one, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys did learn something from it. Let me know if you're scared of a market crash happening 2021, or let me know if you're excited for one happening. I know I'm excited for one happening because that is just a huge opportunity to make more money. As I said in my last video, if you have that emergency fund and you're prepared for that, then I definitely think that a lot of you guys would see a market crash as an opportunity to make more money. I'm gonna leave my Robinhood link down below in the description. I still use Robinhood. I do like them. I understand many of you guys are upset with that, but I will continue to use them. As I did say in my last video, if you have any questions on why I'm using Robinhood, just go ahead and message me. I'll make sure to get back to you. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Jay Kabata. Until next time, guys, let's keep growing our wealth together.